spectating those people work.
And welcome and thanks to everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network. This is the Gambler 100 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Great to be back here in the Goat Locker Racing Truck Series here on Thursday night. As we said before in the drivers' meeting, Bristol is behind us. We've got a mile and a half track here. We're under the lights. The track is cool. Track temperatures are cool. These trucks are making a lot of grip and a lot of speed, Jamie.
Absolutely, they're fast, and this field is fast. I mean, we're talking the top 12 drivers are less than a tenth separated between those. You actually have to go back almost to 15th to get a full second, or not a full tenth of a second separation on the speed chart here. So this should be for some great racing here tonight. It's going to come down to who can manage those tires. If you get out front, or if you're trying to run down the leader or something and burning these things up, you don't have many tires in the pits, so you're going to probably be in for a long night.
Yeah, and a lot of strategy is going to come into play. We talked about that many times. How we changed some things up for this year, so these guys have to pay more attention to what they're doing during the race and all that. But we'll talk about more of that as the race goes on here tonight. But the starting lineup has been set, so we'll start getting through that right now. Starting on the pole here this evening is going to be Jordan Malcolm in that number 78 truck. So congratulations to him with a lap time of 30.802. To his outside, Joe Yakes from Indy Autosports there in that number 87. Starting in third, it's going to be Eddie Smith in the number 25 from JC Motorsports. To his outside, the 41 is James Kaufman. Starting in fifth is Michael Waite in that 88 truck. To his outside, Greg Barnett in the 38. Nate Moyer is going to start back at seventh position in the 971. And Alan Smith is going to start to his outside in the number 19 truck. Starting in ninth is going to be Jamie Mullins in that 66. And then back in 10th is going to be Trevor McManus in that number 9 machine. Again, another entry from Indy Autosports there. Starting in 11th is going to be Dennis Yakes in that number 20 machine. To his outside, the first Goat Locker entry here tonight, Ryan Pendleton in the 12th position. Starting in 13th is William Piano Man Schroeder in that number 22. Alex Cruz is going to start 14th in that number 5 Goat Locker Racing machine. And then rounding out our top 15 is going to be Mickey Isaac in that 01.
Starting 16th, the third Goat Locker entry, Cody McElwain in the number 6 truck. Starting 17th, number 45, Brian Brogan. Starting 18th, number 34, Jonah Colbert. Starting 19th, the 00, John Anthony. Starting 20th, number 8, Regis Clark. Starting 21st, number 27, Goat Locker Racing affiliated driver Jacob Ellingson. Starting 22nd, the number 21, Anthony Radel. Starting 23rd, the number 3, another, I believe he's an Indy Autosports driver there, Jake Ham. Starting 24th, number 59, Timothy DeLucas. Starting 25th, number 4, Mike Browning. Starting 26th, number 977 from Simbox Racing, Doug Neal. Starting 27th, number 24, our favorite Uncle Greg Sherman. Starting 28th, number 49, brother from down under, Scott Rankin. Hope you're sporting that new Go Locker Racing hat there, Scott. Starting 29th, number 43, Mike Bertosa. Starting 30th, number 17, Michael Yakes. Starting 31st, didn't think we'd see him here tonight, number 99, Brandon Wallace. Starting 32nd, the number 133, Philip Chartier. Starting 33rd, the number 70, Tommy Cook. Round out the field tonight, number 12, Dustin Harrell.
And the green flag has come out, and we are underway here this evening. 100 laps from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A lot of great racing to be had tonight. Great field of trucks out here. 34 trucks on the grid here tonight. And as we see, the battle is on a little bit there for second place, as Eddie Smith is going to move past Joe Yakes, as that outside line just isn't going right now. We see a lot of the trucks back there still dicing it up 2 by 2, as Eddie Smith is all over the back bumper of Jordan Malcolm right now.
Yeah, we've got a clean start. The whole field is side by side, but everybody is, whoa, we got trucks. Whoa, okay, everybody gathers us up. The 133 of Philip Chartier running that Navy paint scheme. I'm not sure if he got loose by himself or if he had a little help there. He got loose off of 4. Everybody scattered around him and keeps going straight.
And some great racing all the way back through the field here, as trucks are still 2 by 2 down through the field. The top 3 drivers have gotten single file, as Joe Yakes is still battling up on the outside there, trying to get past the 971 of Nate Moyer. And we're starting to see as well Jamie Mullins come up through the field in that 66 machine. And a lot of traffic back here. Guys giving each other a lot of room right now, as we're very early on here tonight in the Gambler 100. Excited to be back here at a 1.5 mile track here, and it's great to be back under the lights as well.
Absolutely. I'm sure these guys are ready for this after last week. You know, just last week was pretty brutal. I'm sure it was brutal for them. It was brutal for us.
Yeah.
You know, we put almost 40 trucks on Bristol, and, you know, that was probably just a little too much to ask. But, hey, part of it. So we're moving forward tonight, and right now everybody is looks like they've got right back into the Goat Locker Racing mentality, and so far we've got a great start 4 laps into this race.
Yeah, and now we got our top 5 trucks have gotten single file there a little bit. We saw the 88 truck get a little bit loose on the apron down there, but gathered that truck back up, and Nate Moyer is back in 5th, and Joe Yates is now falling back to 5th position, but back down on that inside line, as we still see a couple trucks back here as Trevor McManus is trying to move past Jamie Mullins right now.
We are 3 wide towards the back of this pack. They've got a lot of room here in Vegas, and you can make that work.
One of the things here at Vegas, especially in these trucks, I mean, you can almost hold them wide open as you go around this track. So no matter if you're on the low line or the high line. Now, I wouldn't recommend. Oh, and it looks like Trevor McManus gets into the side. They get up into the wall, and that is going to bring out the caution there, but I think Trevor thought he was clear and got up into someone there. So we'll rewind that a little bit and see if we can't pick up what exactly happened there. So we're going to see him coming down the front stretch here. Trevor McManus already with damage to the right side of that truck. Must have gotten into the wall a little bit earlier. As we see him continue to come down the front stretch here, we're going to see Trevor McManus just move up the track. I don't know if he thought he was clear, trying to get his entry into the corner. Gets into the side of the 41 truck, and both of those trucks with a lot of damage there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And it looks like a couple other trucks are caught up in it as well. As we're going to go back and take a look.
Yeah, Cody was caught up in that.
We're going to go back and take a look here as well, as we're going to have a few trucks that are going to get wrapped up into this. Well, that's assuming I can find him. There he is, right there. So we're going to see a little bit of the mayhem ensue behind, as well as trucks were scrambling to get away from the truck up top. The 01 of Mickey Isaac runs into the back of the 6. And again, a couple other trucks caught up in this, trying to check up for the wreck in front of them. And Cody McElwain is all kinds of torn up. That Jam Printing and Promotions truck looked like it went to a crash-up derby there, Jamie.
Yeah, he definitely got the worst end of that. Hit from behind, hit from the side, and then into the wall. Tough break here early for the 6 truck.
My goodness. A lot of damage to that truck. Definitely going to have to use the fast repair here. Tough to use it this early in the race, but I guarantee that truck. Is he just coasting back? Is the engine blown? I believe he is.
Yeah, I believe so. It doesn't look too good. They'll have to use that fast repair here.
Looks like he's going to be able to limp it back to his pit stall here. So at least he didn't have to take a tow or any of those types of things. But tough break there.
I'd like to welcome. We got Tony Minton here. He says he's out of town, so that's why he's not in the race tonight. Hope you're out of town for good things there, Tony. See you back here as soon as you can.
That's right. We were missing the old Captain Crunch truck out here in the field. Coming up on 9 laps here, complete, and Gambler 100 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A lot of great racing to start this race off. A lot of guys giving each other a lot of room there. Again, I think that one was a little bit. I think Trevor McManus thought he was clear, or was at least trying to position himself to make his entry. It did not realize that 41 truck was up there. Unfortunately, they got tangled together, and then it caused a little bit of a backup behind them, and a few other trucks got damaged. So everybody get it sorted out, though. We'll get back to some great racing here. So we've seen a couple trucks be able to move up through the field. Jacob Ellingson now is up into 12th position, up 9 spots from where he had started. And his corn cob truck. It's a corn cob truck, Jamie.
Nice. I like me some good corn on the cob.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie about that one either. I mean, it's kind of un-American, if you know.
Yeah.
Scott Rankin's been able to move up through the field here a little bit as well, up 11 spots to 17. Tommy Cook as well moving up through the field. So we got a couple of these guys that started in the back are moving forward. And again, we'll head back up front. Here's Jordy Malcolm, stays in control of this race. Eddie Smith is going to be to his outside as they are lined up 2 by 2. Pace truck is off. And Jordy is gone. We are back under green here again. Looks like the 88 truck of Michael Wade is going to try to make a move on the 25 of Eddie Smith. clears himself for second position there. Joe Yakes down on the inside of the 971 of Nate Moyer, looking to gain a position. A lot of trucks back through the field, still jockeying for position here, but looks like about our top 5 or 6 here get single file. As now we look back at J.B. Mullins back in 6th position as he continues to move his way up. Alan Smith in that number 19 machine, also up in position from where he started at. Dennis Yakes having himself a good night, moved himself up into 8th position. And Ryan Pendleton now finds himself in the top 10, running back in 9th. Rounding out our top 10 right now is William Piano Man Schroeder in the number 22 Toyota machine.
All right. Woo.
Now it looks like Joe Yakes is going to try to move underneath Eddie Smith here. As the 17 truck is very slow going down the front stretch there. Not sure what's going on with Mike Yakes. It causes a big stack up here of people are trying to get around him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there either, but we got, I can't see the numbers. Michael Waite going for the lead here on Jordy Malcolm. He's got Eddie Smith in tow. And it looks like he's going to take it to the start line and lead this lap.
New leader here tonight, Michael Waite machine at number 88. Good-looking Hooters truck there. Eddie Smith does now move himself up to second position. Joe Yakes now starting to make some ground up as he's moved up into third. Nate Moyer up into fourth. And Jordy Malcolm now goes from the lead of the race back to fifth position. So, Jamie, we're really starting to see that the inside line is where they have to be. You get stuck up on that outside, and, man, you're just going backwards.
Yeah, for sure. Now, we might see later on in this race that the outside comes in a little bit. But for right now, the bottom is definitely the place to be to make good time around here.
Check back in on a couple different drivers. Alex Cruz sitting back in 16th position, but we saw he was one of the trucks that really got tangled up there as everybody was trying to avoid the 17 truck. So lost a little ground there, but continues to have himself a good race. Ryan Brogan in that number 45, and the caution is out. Not sure what brings out this caution. It looks to me all trucks are pointed in the correct direction here, so I do see some damage to the 43 truck. So not sure what happened with him, but definitely Mike Bertosa has been involved in an accident here. Caution number 2 here tonight. Michael Waite still the leader of this race. And again, I mean, nowhere within a pit or fuel window here right now, so I expect all the leaders to stay out.
Yeah, with only 15 laps, they don't have enough tires to come in at this point in time. I mean, I guess they could come in and take some fuel if they wanted to, maybe stretch this race out down the road, but definitely nobody's coming to take tires for sure.
As we continue under caution here, again, thanks to everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network. We've had a lot of fun this week, from the Legends Series on Monday to Maple Ridge yesterday, which was a phenomenal race that they put on, to being back here in our backyard, we'll say, racing with the Goat Locker boys here. We've had some great racing. Again, had a couple cautions here to start this thing off, but still a lot of great racing back through the pack here. I expect we're going to get into some longer green flag runs soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not exactly sure what caused the last caution. I didn't really see it. Obviously, replay didn't really help us out a whole lot there, but yeah, I mean, look, wrecks are going to happen. You can't sit here and have trucks running this fast, that close to each other, and think people aren't going to hit each other. So I'm sure we got a big, long green flag run coming here any moment now.
Yeah, I'd imagine we will here very shortly. As we pace around one more time here, the lights are still on the pace truck. So get a little bit of time here to talk about a couple different things. I do want to, as we always do, highlight our sponsors out there and the great things that they're doing for us. And one of the big things that's coming up here, starting in the month of October, as we focus in on that number 23 truck of Ryan Pendleton. We'll be doing a month-long fundraiser for Veterans 48. And they do wonderful work for veterans, disabled veterans, and they build motorcycles so they are equipped so they can actually get out there and ride them. Just a great organization that we are so happy to be a part of. I know Ryan's super stoked and proud and honored to be running the truck for them. But come the month of October, we're going to do a month-long fundraiser. We're gonna raise some funds for them, folks. We want to raise a couple $1,000s for them, and we're going to do it some interesting ways. We got a lot of great giveaways coming up, a lot of great prize packs. We are going to push very, very hard to get to 100 subscribers on Twitch. I mean, tell anybody, tell everybody. Come out and support Goat Locker Racing. We have a phenomenal veteran nonprofit that needs our help, and by God, we're going to get out there and help them.
Yeah, I got some more insight into what Veterans 48 is doing and what they're trying to do today. I don't want to steal too much thunder because I'm hoping that we have the director on the broadcast next week to help kick off this fundraiser. But just to let people know what they're doing. These bikes cost, just the bike alone is $15,000. Okay, so depending on what modifications it's going to need to fit the rider, it only goes up from there. Okay, so they're trying to do this to zero cost to the veteran. So they really need some help. They need some support getting this thing going. They were really close to winning a contest to have a bike built alongside with Paul Sr. from Orange County Choppers. They made it through to the final round. I believe they ended up it was a close finish, but they ended up third. So, hats off to them to be able to get that far, not being really well known. They're just trying to get their name out there. And that's where we're trying to come in to help the most, is bring awareness to them, what they're trying to do. And we know there's a lot of generous people that follow us on a regular basis, so I think we can do some good to help these guys out and help some disabled veterans out in the process. And we're back under green here. Michael Waite gets a good start.
Yeah, Michael Waite did not. The minute that race truck pulled off, he put the hammer down and was gone.
He was gone.
Eddie Smith is now pulled into second position. Joe Yanks is right there as well. So we know that 87 machine's fast here tonight. Fell back there on the initial start as he got cut up on the outside line, but he's been able to pick his way back up through here, and he's right on the tailgate of Eddie Smith,
who has closed up right on the tailgate of Michael Waite. So we have the top three running nose to tail.
It looks like Eddie Smith has been really patient here, not using up his tires too much. I think he's got a little bit something. He's a little bit faster than our leader at this point in time. But being patient, knowing that there's still 80 laps left to go here in this race, and he's gonna pick his spot. And that spot might be right now as he keeps poking the nose of that tide truck out.
Yeah, well, I saw Michael Waite he got off to a good start, and looked like he was going to try to maybe pull away from Eddie. And I was thinking to myself, that's not probably the move to make, because you're definitely going to use up your stuff a whole lot more than Eddie is if you do that. So right now, it looks like Michael's being pretty patient himself and just kind of out there riding around and pulling Eddie and Joe Yanks around Las Vegas.
Yeah, we've still got some great racing going on through the field here. We've got some big movers. Jonah Colbert now is up 13 spots. He has moved himself up into the top 5, so first time we're calling his number here tonight. So he continues to move his way up through the field. Ryan Pendleton is really showing a lot of strength here tonight as well, as he's now moved up into 7th position. Him and Jordy Malcolm get together just a little bit there. Looked like Jordy got a little bit loose there, but both those trucks able to keep it clean and keep everything rolling forward. Made me pause for a second. Still seeing some trucks kind of dice it up back through the field here.
And we got the 19 of Al Smith has made his way up to fourth. Uh, could see father-son duo here at the front. Not too much longer.
Uh, Alan, if you get up there, wreck it. I'm sure there's many of reasons why you should. I'm sure, I just go back to his childhood and figure out what you got to take out on him.
Absolutely. And Eddie, if you don't just let your dad go by, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's also true. So we're continuing to kind of see. We are 3 wide coming down the front stretch right now. Jordy Malcolm continues to struggle with the handling of that truck as he's fallen back into the field. I'm sure he used up his equipment a little bit too early there, trying to stay out front. But again, everybody kind of keeps it clean here a little bit, and we continue to move forward. Go back and check in on Alex Cruz here. He's running back in the 13th position right now, so he's starting to pick his way up and through. We've seen him mainly up on the high line here, so we'll have to see how that line kind of plays out. Trevor McManus involved in that wreck a little bit earlier as he starts to move up through the field, back in 17th position here. And then Philip Chartier in that good-looking CB 133 Navy truck.
Yeah. DBs. Other than when we were in Sigano, I was never really around in CBs. Not that we had a lot over there, but that's not the only place I was ever at that there were CBs as well. So, didn't have a whole lot of involvement with the CBs during my career.
I did. Not from a deployment, obviously not from a deployment type standpoint, but a lot of CBs came onto the recruiting, end of recruiting, to break up their tours and all that stuff. So I got to interact with a lot of different CBs, and they're an interesting bunch. That's about all I can say. I mean, they are a different breed, all of their own. Because at one minute they're out there, doing construction work and resurrecting schools and war-torn countries and putting roads down and all that other stuff. And the next thing you know, they're at the gun range, firing off, doing their weapons training and all that other kind of crazy stuff. So they're the best way to describe a CB is a combat construction worker. As we now look at the 70 truck of Tommy Cook, he continues to pick his way up through the field as well. He's moved up into 7th position, up 26 spots from where he'd started. So obviously a fast truck, just not the greatest qualifying effort there out of him. He continues to move forward. And again, Ryan Pendleton continues to pick his way forward as he's now moved up to the 6th position.
Yeah, good run for the 23 so far. And let's check in on Cody McElwain. Oh, he's actually lost another spot. He was up to 25th. He's now back to 26th. Just curious to see how he would come through the field after, having to make that pit stop and use his fast repair.
Looks like he's got damage to the right side of that truck again. The 133 of Philip Chartier is a little bit slow there as Cody McElwain goes around. But we'll have to spin around here and see. But I'm pretty sure, Jamie, that 6th truck has got some more damage to it.
Yeah, I heard Philip Chartier call out that he was going to pits. I'm not sure. Maybe he missed pit road, and that's why he was so slow there on the front stretch. But yeah, Cody definitely went around him, and I have to keep an eye on Philip Chartier to see if he makes another shot at getting to pit road on this next lap.
Well, as we haven't talked about this evening, only 60% fuel, so these guys can only go about 26, laps or so on a tank. We have had a couple cautions there, so they're able to stretch it out a little bit more. But I'd imagine here in the next 3 laps, Jamie, we're going to see a swarm of people coming down pit road because they're going to need to grab fuel.
Yeah, and I'm hearing some more people calling out that they're coming to pit road. Jacob Ellingson was the last one. So green flag pit stops are getting ready to commence.
31 laps complete here tonight in the Gambler 100 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Been in a lot of great racing here so far, a couple early on cautions, but now that fuel strategy is coming into play, and we're going to start seeing a lot of trucks come down pit road under green conditions here, so our leaders pass up pit road one more time. But I have to imagine these trucks have got to be getting pretty close to fumes.
Yeah. There's no way. I mean, I understand we've had the caution laps, but I don't think it's now Eddie Smith is called out. He's pitting. I'm sure the floodgates are going to open. Pit road is getting ready to get busy.
You see Eddie Smith slowing down.
Leaders are coming.
Oh, the 88 truck.
Did he miss it?
Wow. No,
Oh, no,
he
he got it.
got
He
there.
got it. He got it.
He got there. Just a little bit different. And it is a feeding frenzy on pit road right now, folks. As we have all kinds of trucks hitting pit road right now, and I'd imagine that everybody in the next 2 laps is going to have to come down. Not sure if anybody pitted under those cautions. So there might be a couple guys out there that are able to go a little bit further. As we wait to see here, Michael Waite will come out first. Oh, he kind of spins his tires really bad. Eddie Smith is going to beat him off pit road.
Eddie Smith will end up taking over the lead once this all cycles around, assuming we get through this green flag pit stop without a caution. It doesn't look like it's the easiest pit road to get on when you got a whole bunch of other trucks around you. So far, everybody's making it work, but it's definitely a recipe for disaster. As Alex Cruz is now taking over the lead of this race.
He's out front.
Out front by 2.3 seconds.
I know a couple of these trucks probably came down pit road as they got some damage in some of the earlier accidents there, so they may be trying to stretch this out, hoping for a caution. I know guys like Cody McElwain will probably love a caution to come out at this point in time.
You spoke into fruition. The caution's out.
Oh, and caution is out here. So this is definitely going to mix up the running order here, as we only have 10 trucks on the lead lap, from what I can tell. It looks like Cody McElwain is going to be one of those trucks back on the lead lap.
Yeah, that's going to put Cody up to 10th.
He'll be able to come down pit road, get that truck fixed up, as he's definitely pancaked the right side of that thing again. But this will get him back up here with the leaders and back in cycle with everybody. So not sure what brought that caution out, Jamie. I didn't see anything going on. I don't know if somebody missed pit road or.
I've heard some back and forth from Jake Ellingson and Ryan Pendleton, and it sounds like Ryan Pendleton is taking responsibility for that and apologized. It almost kind of sounded like they were both trying to apologize for it, but Ryan said it was most likely on him. So I don't know if you can go back and look at that, the two of them, or not, but
we can do a little race rewind here. So if everybody just kind of hangs tight, we'll see if we can't rewind this thing back and see if we can't pick up where it happened at, as I'm not. Caution flag is out at this point in time, so we will try to rewind this a little bit further here, but I am not being able to. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to pick this one up, Jamie, so not sure what happened there. But we do see the 27 corncob truck on pit road with a lot of tailgate damage and some nose damage. We see him sitting there, so he must be trying to get some optional repairs done. Well, or he's got some mandatory ones if he's already used up that fast repair. We'll go back in and check in on some of our leaders here, as the running order still is getting kind of sorted out. And we'll see how it all shakes out here.
Just slap some butter on it, Jake. It'll be good.
Sounds like a line I used in a bar one time.
And speaking of in-race adjustments, it looks like Mama Ellingson's had to go to a backup phone so that she can follow along. She's now on Papa Ellingson's phone.
Nice.
She does what she can to be in the stream, that's for sure.
That's awesome. Always great to have her around. Always great to see the fan support and everything that we get. It's a lot of fun, and again, I mean we'll talk about it plenty of times, but I mean, Jamie, 34 trucks on the track here tonight. awesome stuff, man. A lot of drivers come out and support us. A lot of the community comes out and supports us, and even guys like Tony Minton that couldn't make the race that jump in the stream just to say hi and check everything out. So, what an outstanding group of drivers we have here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like Cody McElwain is going to move around some of these trucks that are lapped down or had to take a wave around. And we'll continue to watch here, but it looks like we are going to have a few trucks that are going to be trapped a lap down.
Yeah, Eddie Smith is the first one that's a lap down, running the 19th. That's going to turn the lead over right now to J Cam in the 3 truck.
Scott Rankin right behind him. The 43 of Mike Bertosa is going to round out the top 3. Alex Cruz is back into 4th position, and Nate Moyer up to 5th. So, again, that caution coming out in the middle of green flag stops really kind of mixed up the order here. And we're going to have to continue to kind of watch as some of those trucks that are now caught a lap down, how they're going to be able to recover.
Yeah, I'm sure you know. Well, I don't know. You've got some really fast trucks back there that are trapped a lot down. You know, Eddie Smith, Michael Wade, Jonah Colbert, even Tommy Cook there. So, you know, it's easy to say Eddie's going to sit there and hope to get another caution and be the lucky dog, but you know, it's not going to be easy to do. It's not going to be easy to stay in front of these other fast trucks.
No, and there is definitely a group of trucks back there, very fast trucks that are 1 lap down at this point in time. So they are going to be fighting hard to get to that lucky dog position. So we'll have to kind of keep an eye on that as they're racing through.
The lights are out on the pace truck, getting formed up here side by side. We will be getting back to racing here just momentarily.
Yep.
The field dinner in turn 3.
60 laps left to go when they take the green flag this time by. Again, a lot of different pit strategy going on right now as that caution came out in the middle of green flag stop. So running order's been mixed up. Some new faces up front here. Some of the fast trucks caught a lap down right now. So going to be battling hard up front and battling back there for that lucky dog position.
And we'll see how much the teammates work together here on this restart. As J Cam gets a good jump. Scott Rankin's going to fall in line behind him. It's actually, that was done pretty well because it's not easy being on the outside there in the front row to get down and get in line with the leader. Because usually that 3rd place truck to the inside gets a better start along with the leader. So that was well done by the Indy Autosports guys.
Yeah, as now we see Mike Bertosa wanting to take a look at the low side of Scott Rankin. Alex Cruz is up on the outside of that truck. Again, we've seen Alex Cruz up running that high line almost all night long trying to make that work. We've got Trevor McManus has now worked himself back up into the top 5 after being involved in an early accident. So again, we're seeing some familiar faces, but a lot of new faces up front as that number 3 machine has taken point and has control over this race. Also seeing Cody McElwain now start to work his way up through the field after getting beat up there pretty early. He has moved himself up into 7th position, up 9 spots from where he had started. And James Kaufman in that 41 machine has moved his way back up through the field as well after getting involved with Trevor McManus early on.
Yeah, and here now Trevor McManus has made his way into 2nd place. He has gotten around Scott Rankin. And he's now going to set his sights on J Cam. Take over the lead of this race as he dives at the inside. Is he going to beat him to the line? It looks like he's going to. Trevor McManus now leads here at Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time, Trevor. Ooh, we got somebody in the outside.
We do have some. Yep.
He keeps it clean, though, but a lot of right-side damage to that truck. But, yes, up into the outside wall. And now we see Cody McElwain is underneath his teammate of Alex Cruz and has moved himself up into the 5th position and now sets his sight on Scott Rankin. So Cody McElwain is moving up through the field pretty quickly here, Jamie.
Well, you know, Cody is probably one of the most laid-back, easygoing guys out here. Definitely on Goat Locker Racing, he's, well, I don't know, it's probably a good toss-up between him and Ryan Pendleton. But Cody's really laid back.
He is.
But I think if you make Cody mad,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure Cody's driving mad right now. So that's really not good news for the rest of this field.
No, no. I guarantee he's elbows up, knees up, anything he can. Get banged around early in this race. He's one to get out there, get back up to the front. But now the 41 truck, James Costin gets underneath him. So they continue to battle here. We haven't had a chance to call Mike Browning's name. That's a super cool looking truck, man. Of all the Indy Autosports trucks, man, that is my favorite.
Yeah, they all look good, but that one is better than the rest of them.
And, in my opinion, he's probably the best driver of all of them. But, that's just me.
Oh, for sure.
Or it just could be I like him the best out of all of them. I don't know. Nah, I like me some Joe Yanks. I can't bust on Joe. But Scott Rankin, yeah. I love messing with Scott Rankin. He's too much fun.
Oh, yeah, it is a lot of fun. Oh, look at here.
Jamie Mullins.
He wants to lead this race now.
That number 66 machine coming to the front.
Yeah. We saw Jamie Mullins at the top of the leaderboard in practice for most of the practice session. It wasn't until really towards the end when some guys got together running, 2 or 3 trucks together using a little bit of draft. This placed him from the top of the board. So we're seeing that was not a fluke. He has definitely got that 66 wound up tonight.
As Trevor McManus continues to battle on the outside line there. Doesn't want to give up the lead of this race quite yet. But it definitely looks like Jamie Mullins has a little bit more speed in that truck right now. As it's starting to draw in a bunch of other trucks. The 41 is there. Mike Browning has now come up into the picture in 4th place. Cody McElwain continues to put the pressure on. And for the first time tonight, we're going to call Regis Clark's number in that number 8 machine. And I guess he's another Indy Autosport guy? My God, Jamie, how many are there?
Is Jake Ham in trouble, or is he bringing it to pit? He's coming to pit road. Okay. All right. I saw him down slow. Wasn't exactly sure where we were at on the track at that point in time, but he's just making a pit stop.
Yeah, I think he stayed out there and might have come in under one of those early cautions. So he was staying out trying to bank on another caution to come, and it just didn't work out for him. But these are the Autosports guys. It's like rabbits. Like you get up the next morning and there's 3 more of them.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah. And
how do you know where they all come from?
I don't know. But
is Regis Clark? Is he another Australian?
No. No. So I'm not real sure, Jamie.
Is he even part of the league? Who is this guy?
You asked some phenomenal questions right now, and I don't have answers for you. We'll take a look at the 38 truck of Greg Barnett, having himself a good run. A really good-looking truck there. Hadn't had a chance to call his name or highlight that truck, but man, that is a sharp truck. Take a look here at Tim. I'm going to say it's Douglas. I'm going to say he forgot an O. But Timothy Douglas, and hey, if we're doing it wrong, Tim, let us know. But I'm going to call you Douglas. Jamie, you ain't going to believe this one. Look who's sitting in 10th position.
Oh, there's something. What is going on here tonight? I know Monday was a full moon, but come on. We're at Thursday now, and it's chaos, folks. Cats and dogs living together. Greg Sherman is running in the top 10 all on his own.
All on his own.
And
I got no words.
Ground up on Alex Cruz in 9th.
Yeah, I don't have any words. Great
run for Greggy so far.
Mickey Isaac now has moved his truck up into 11th position, and we're going to have a 4-way battle here from 10th very shortly. As Greg Sherman has been able to move past Alex Cruz, so moves himself up into 9th position. The 01 of Mickey Isaac as well as moved past Alex Cruz. And so we'll go back up front and check in on the lead. It's the 41 truck at James. Well, I don't know, Jamie. Those two trucks got wrapped up a little bit earlier, exchanged some words. We're going to see how it goes here as they both race for the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie Mullins was out front, but Trevor McManus has now made his way around. And Jamie Mullins has been shuffled back to third. And Charles Stevens is showing up in the stream. Hey, Charles, glad to see you out here.
My guy. Love me some Charles Stevens.
Got here just in time to see this thing get heated up.
Yes, sir, as we are coming up on 55 laps complete of our scheduled 100 here this evening. This is the Gambler 100 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
We got top 7 trucks are all right here on top of each other. Pretty impressive, guys. Pretty impressive.
Running very similar lap times. And again, no one's really able to get away from each other. I think that speaks a lot to the quality of drivers that we have come out each and every week. These are fixed setups. I mean, they're able to make some tunes here. As now the 41 truck gets underneath the 9. It's going to see if he can't stick his nose in there and challenge for the lead. Well, dang it, James Kaufman, you just made a fool out of it. As he doesn't challenge for the lead.
Yeah, Eddie Smith just announced he was coming to pit road. William Schroeder has gotten around him to take over as the first truck a lap down. I guess Eddie Smith, since he wasn't in contention for Lucky Dog, decided he better bring that truck down and pit while he can, see if he can't get back out there and take advantage of some fresh tires to get back into that transfer spot in case the caution does come out.
Yeah, as we're going to continue to see some different strategies play out here. Again, some of those guys have been trapped a lap down, hoping for a caution, but we've had a great green flag run here. We're probably going to start seeing some stops coming up here soon, Jamie.
Yeah, it's going to be about that time. I mean, it's been almost 27 laps since they started this run. Not quite there, but they're getting close to that. Pat, I got a question. You know, we talked about last night after the race about how we needed to, you know, really put some effort in to increase viewership, things like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm really not sure how you think putting Trevor McManus's face up on the stream is going to help us achieve that goal.
Yeah, I didn't think that one through, quite honestly, you know. I sit here in the broadcast booth, I mash buttons, I change cameras, and things show up on the screen. And unfortunately, you know, with the software we have and all that stuff, people load their mug shots up. Now, I would tell you, though, and Jamie, both me and you have been a part of live events with Trevor McManus when he's got his camera on live. That picture is much better than him live.
I think that's like a glamour shot picture.
Like 10 times better than seeing him live.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, we got people just leaving the stream in droves right now. I didn't know what was going on. And I look over and I see Trevor's face on the screen.
All right, I'll move to James Kaufman. He doesn't have a picture, so we'll just, you know, from Kaufman Farms here. Again, we're waiting to see as our leaders should be coming up on another set of green flag stops here. Cody McElwain again continues to have a great run here as he's moved himself up into 4th position and is challenging to get up into the top 3.
Yeah, Jamie Mullins has now gotten around James Kaufman and moved back into 2nd place. And Cody's wanting to get around him as well, get into that top 3 spot.
Yeah, Cody's out there just wheeling that truck at this point in time. Still got that damage to the right front, a little bit of hood damage, but Cody doesn't seem to care. He's going to take this truck to the front no matter what.
That's right. And, you know, he's got to roll with it now. I'm sure he had to use his fast repair very early on there tonight. We only give him 1. So he's got what he's got at this point. Maybe I can speak here before it's all said and done. But Cody is now in 3rd place.
Yep, he sets aside on the 66 truck of Jamie Mullins as well as he dips underneath him going down the front stretch as they're going to head off into turn 1 here. Cody McElwain continues to just power that truck up through the field.
Yeah, phenomenal job by him tonight.
And that's one of the things we actually really enjoy seeing, and why we brag so much about our drivers. You know, you have some guys that get involved in a wreck like that early, blow the motor, have to limp it down pit lane, go a couple laps down, and they just throw it away for the night. That right there and the effort that Cody McElwain's putting in right now is why you never quit.
That's right.
So now he sets his sights on Trevor McManus. And again, great run here tonight. Regis Clark has moved himself up into fourth position. James Kaufman right now falls back to fifth.
And Mike Browning's there in sixth, right there in this tracks with Greg Barnett. Still a great run for Greg Barnett. And Greg Sherman finds himself in ninth right now. Still holding strong there in the top 10.
Still blows him.
Just to clarify something I said about Cody when I said Cody was drive mad. Cody, I'm just saying he's drive mad. He may not be mad at all. He may be out there singing show tunes and having a great old time. But if he is driving mad the way I suspected he is, he's not mad at any one person. It was a racing incident that he got caught up into. When I say he's mad, he's just mad the fact that he got caught up into that on lap 4 and had to go to a fast repair and all the things that come with that. So definitely don't want to be interpreted that Cody's out there mad at other people on the track, because I guarantee you that's not the case.
No, absolutely not. We've raced with him for going on a year now. He's been a part of our team. We've raced in a lot of different series. One thing I will tell you about Cody as well, when he gets quiet, he's on a mission. And I guarantee right now, dead quiet on the radio comms. We'll go back in and check in on a few other people. Joe Yakes has now moved himself back up into the top 10, so he continues to make progress. This is on the back bumper of Greg Sherman. Mickey Isaac and that 01 truck has brought it down pit lane, so we're starting to see the cycle come around again.
Yeah, a lot of leaders are coming now. Calls are being made, so those gas cans and tire changers are getting ready to get busy.
Trevor McManus has brought the truck down, the 6th truck. Cody McElwain.
Mike Browning. Oh, what a save. If he doesn't get a black flag there, that is the save of the race right there, folks.
A
save.
He was getting all kinds of sideways.
I don't know how he's not wrecked right now. I really don't. Mike Browning just destroyed that truck. He just doesn't know it yet. Wow.
Everybody grabbing a set of tires, fueling up here as we're going to have 33 laps left to go. Cody McElwain is able to maintain his position at this point in time. 38 truck is going to get out there as well. I don't see Trevor McManus coming off pit road yet, so not sure what's going on there, as he has lost a lot of track position here. He's behind Mike Browning and a couple of Regis Clark and a couple of other of these guys right now, Jamie.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there with Trevor. Maybe he slid through his pit box, possibly. Don't know. Definitely something went awry with the 9 truck on that pit stop.
Yep, as we'll wait for timing and scoring to kind of even things out here. But I believe this is going to turn the lead of the race over to Cody McElwain.
And I believe Mike Browning must have gotten a black flag because he just had to come back down pit road.
Yeah, that was a hell of a save for sure. But I think both of us was like, yeah, it's probably an unsafe pit entry there, or at least speeding. But at least he didn't get that truck all banged up and tore up. Scott Rankin is the leader of the race right now, but I believe he has stayed out here a little bit. So I think he is probably trying to make it from here forward. Or on one more stop, I should say. No way anybody's going to make it from here.
I've just heard the 41, Jim Kaufman is having to make another pit stop, so I'm not sure if he received a penalty as well.
Tough break here, and that's always the challenge under green flag conditions, to get on and off pit road cleanly. But once Scott Rankin makes his pit stop here, and it should be within the next handful of laps, Cody McElwain is going to take control of this race and have about a 1.4 second lead, Jamie.
See how that damage on that truck, if it, kind of holds him back when he's out front by himself or not. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yep, we'll go back and take a look at a couple other guys here as we'll take a look at Doug Deal. Haven't had a chance to call his name here tonight, sitting back in 14th position. As I commented before the race, I really love that paint scheme he's got going on. Really sharp looking scheme there, and And again, he's from Simbox Motorsports. We always try to give him a shout out. Builds button boxes and all the different things that you'll need, even iFlag type things. So be sure to find Doug Neal out there. Hit him up in Discord or whatever it is for your button box needs. But a super cool looking truck, man.
Absolutely.
Go back up front here one more time. Again, Scott Rankin still lapping out there. Probably trying to stretch the fuel mileage here a little bit, as he's probably getting really close to be able to stop now and make it to the end, where I don't think these leaders are going to be able to do that.
Yeah, 'cause we're right now at 28 laps. So they really can't go that far under green. So unless we get a bunch of cautions here, these guys have still got another pit stop to make.
As now we see Nate Moyers pulled up to the rear bumper of Cody McElwain and is trying to position himself to take over the lead of this once Scott Rankin pits. And Nate Moyer was able to move to the outside of Cody McElwain and make that pass.
Yeah, Nate Moyer, he's another Simbox driver. Teammates with Doug Neal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Cody McElwain has gone into fuel conservation mode because he just kind of let him go.
Well, that very well may be the case, because not only is he letting him go, but Nathan Maurer is already out to almost a full second lead on Cody McElwain and is making up ground on Scott Rankin. So both Scott and Cody very well might have gone into fuel saving mode.
Yeah,
Let's see if that plays out. I don't know if you can save as much fuel as they're going to have to save, because, I mean, they're at 25 laps to go now. How many laps has it been since that pit stop?
They pitted on lap 66.
Okay, so that's 34 laps. Ooh, that's 7 laps of fuel you'd have to save.
Cody McElwain continues to go into ultra fuel saving mode here, as he's letting the whole field almost pass him. So I think that's what he's doing. I mean, no other reason for him to be driving this slow right now.
Yeah, Scott Rankin just pulled to 49 down on pit road. So he's bringing his truck to get some service.
That'll turn over the lead to Nate Moyer, the other Simbox Racing entry here. He's going to enjoy about a 3-second lead over Joe Yakes. As again, we're starting to see some of this strategy continue to play out here as Cody McElwain continues to fall back through the field. Again, I think he has just gone into ultra conservative mode here. I don't know. He must think he can save enough fuel, Jamie.
Oh, well, I'm interested to see how it plays out. It's got me nervous.
I agree with you. And we'll go back ahead and check in on Eddie Smith as well. Again, one of our early leaders here in the race, but one of the trucks that got trapped a lap down during a green flag stop and just hasn't been able to make that up, as it looks like he's running pretty slow right now as well.
But he has gotten himself back on the lead lap. That pitting short the way he did, now there's no way he's going to make it to the end on fuel, because he pitted several laps before the leaders did. But you know, he is back on the lead lap, so he no longer needs the lucky dog. If caution comes out at this point, he'll get himself caught up with the leaders and be able to make another pit stop under yellow, and can still salvage this race. So not good news for the rest of this field. Should a caution come out? He's still going to need a caution to come out to be a factor, but we'll definitely keep an eye on him.
As we continue to keep an eye on a couple different trucks here. We'll take a look at Trevor McManus sitting back in 8th position. Greg Sherman able to get through that set of green flag stops there and comes out in 9th position. So continues to have himself a great race here tonight. Greg Barnett in that number 38 machine is up into the 5th position right now. As we also see a couple other trucks mixing it up here.
And we've got some guys that are calling out pit stops, so different strategies are playing out. Some guys are going to go ahead and pit now and let it rip the rest of the way, and we've got some that are trying to save fuel. Man, hey, this is what we wanted. This is what they asked for. We gave it to them, folks. All kinds of stuff trying to work out here.
Yeah, we got guys that have gone into ultra conservative mode when it comes to their fuel. We got guys coming down pit road right now. So we are definitely starting to see a lot of the different pit strategies play out. And these guys are really trying to figure out how they're going to make it to the end of this race to be able to compete for the win here tonight. So I'm interested to see how some of it's going to play out. We did see Trevor McManus, Scott Rankin, really flying up through the field there. He's got a fresh set of tires. Doesn't care about fuel. He's got enough to go to the end, so he is racing hard right now. Under 20 laps left here to go in the Gambler 100 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Again, we appreciate everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network. This has been an awesome race here tonight. A couple cautions, to start the race off. We had a caution mid green flag stops there. We have just finished cycling through a set of green flag pit stops here, and we're starting to see a lot of different strategies play out as these drivers are scrambling, trying to figure out how they're going to be able to save enough fuel to make it to the end.
Yeah, definitely a very nice rebound from last week at Bristol. I mean, 3 cautions here. This here, folks. This is Goat Locker Racing.
18 laps left to go, and Nate Moyer continues to lead from the front. Joe Yex is running back in second position and has been the faster truck of the two right now. But again, both of these trucks up front are going to have to bring it back down pit road, especially Nate Moyer as he pitted back on lap 61, and here he comes down pit road right now, Jimmy. You see the 25 truck right in front of him as well. Eddie Smith has brought that truck back down on pit lane.
I am so nervous right now. Cody, I hope you know what you're doing, man.
I hope he does too as well. We're going to see how it plays out. That is a lot of fuel saving.
Alex Cruz is bringing the 5 truck to pit road.
So some of these trucks are coming down pit road right now. This will be their last stop. Again, we keep an eye on the 6 truck as he was leading after that set of green flag stops. I think he checked in with his crew chief and saw that he was going to be quite a few laps short and went into ultra conservative mode here. So, yeah, that's a long time, Jamie. It's 16 more laps to go. And not sure how close he's on fuel right now, but he continues to save.
I tell you, knowing Cody, I don't think he'd be doing it if he wasn't confident he could make it. So I'm going to put my faith in Cody that he knows exactly what he's doing here, and this is going to work out. He's going to pull off a win here tonight, folks.
Well, we're damn sure going to continue to watch it and see what happens here tonight. A lot of great racing all throughout the field here this evening. We are on the longest green flag stretch that we've had so far. Already through a cycle of green flag stops here. We know some of these trucks that had pitted on back on lap 62 through 66 are going to be short on fuel. At least like some of the guys that pitted during that time frame said, I can't make it, so I'm just going to run hard. We're seeing a couple trucks that went, well, maybe I can save enough fuel. And so a lot of different strategies playing out. Makes me nervous as well. I'm sure some of the drivers behind the wheels of these trucks are pretty nervous too.
Right now, we've only got 5 trucks left on the lead lap.
Lots of different strategies playing out here as they continue to lap around here. 13 laps left to go here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Been a great night of Goat Locker racing here tonight. I don't think Jamie could have said it any better. This is Goat Locker racing. This is 34 trucks on a 1.5-mile track. Strategy, tire strategy, fuel strategy. A lot of give and take here on the track here tonight. A lot of green flag racing.
Just give everyone an idea of the difference of what we're seeing right now as far as speeds go. Joe Yates, the leader, he's out there running a 31.9. Cody McElwain in his fuel conservation mode is running a 33.1. That's over a full second slower than our leader right now. So definitely not going to fall off the lead lap at this point if he does make it to the end.
Yep.
And as long as Joe Yates and Regis Clark have to bring their truck down one more time. Cody's going to win this race. Not exactly sure where Mickey Isaac is on strategy. He's the next truck behind Cody, about 2.5 seconds behind him.
Mickey Isaac and Cody McElwain pitted on the same lap back on lap 66.
Okay.
So I think Mickey is probably in that same fuel conservation mode.
Well,
He's running about 32-second laps though, so he's not in the 33s like Cody is. So maybe he's continuing to try to move up through the field here. But we're coming up on 10 laps left here to go, so it continues to be interesting, Jamie.
yes, it is.
Mickey Isaac has moved around the 6th machine right now, so Mickey Isaac now, from what I can tell, is going to take over the lead of this race.
Well, that moves him up to third. Right now, Joe Yanks and Regis Clark are running 1-2.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, that's what happened. Joe Yanks, another one of the trucks that pitted on lap 66, along with Regis Clark. Mickey Isaac and Cody McElwain all pitted on lap 66. Scott Rankin pitted on lap 75, so he has no issues whatsoever getting to the end of this race. But he is a good ways back of our leaders at this point in time. So, again, we continue to see how this thing's going to play out. I have to imagine that Joe Yanks and Regis Clark are going to have to come down pit lane, as they've been running some pretty good laps here.
Yeah, right now, Scott Rankin is running 31.6s. Cody's picked up the pace. He's now running 32-second laps. So, 0.4 of a second difference between those two. Scott Rankin's too far back to catch Cody. And Cody is now gotten back around Mickey Isaac.
So he must be good to go to the end if he's picked the pace back up.
Yeah, he just ran a 31.8. So not only did he save to conserve fuel, but he's also been able to save tires in the process. And now he is out there running laps faster than the leader right now. And Joe Yanks is bringing that truck to pit road.
Yeah, as this was going to play out, I know those trucks up front is, now we see Mickey Isaac that's coming off of pit road, or heading to pit road at this point in time, one of the two, down on the apron. And Cody McElwain's definitely in some traffic right now. Hopefully he can navigate it pretty safely, as he really doesn't have anybody to race. But he is definitely, the crew chief must have turned him loose, Jamie.
Absolutely.
Caution is out.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. I'm not sure who that was.
Oh my goodness.
All over this place.
As Michael Wade has crashed, Cody McElwain is able to move his way through that accident. Yeah, Michael Wade had crashed. We'll rewind here a little bit and see if we can pick up exactly what happened. As it looks like, as he's coming off the corner, him and the 133 get together, sends the 88 up into the outside wall, and some other trucks just come piling in here. Oh, the 78 truck does not see him sitting in the middle of the track, piles into him, and that's what brings us under caution. Well, Jamie, this is really going to mix some things up here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's going to...
Cody McElwain's going to bring his truck down pit road.
And honestly, that is not what Cody wanted to see.
No.
That's going to put 10 trucks at least, possibly 11 trucks on the lead lap. Cody will be able to now come into pit under caution. I'm sure some of these trucks that are on the lead lap will pit as well, but there's only going to be, it's pretty much going to be a green-white checker finish here. And Cody's going to have quite a few trucks to pass to try to get back to the lead.
And he was out of tires there. All he came down and grabbed a splash of fuel and got back out. So, interesting. I don't know if he was going to have to do that eventually or not, but obviously he thought he was going to have to. He brings it down pit road, gets a splash of gas, and gets back out there. So, was really anxious to see this thing play itself out, but that's not the way it went down here this evening. We've got 5 laps left here to go in the Gambler 100. A lot of great racing here tonight on the Goat Locker Racing Network here with the Goat Locker Racing Truck Series. Been a great race. And these boys have really put on a show. A lot of different strategy playing out. 2 cycles of green flag stops. just a fantastic race here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Great job. I mean, by everybody involved. I mean, it's not over. We still got quite a bit of drama to unfold here. But be honest with you, I mean, look, it's no secrets. We're pulling for that sixth truck, and I think he had it set up perfectly to pull the win off here tonight. Um, that takes some skill, folks. He had to, know exactly how much to save, and he did that. And unfortunately, it didn't run out green to the end, and that's what he needed to happen. And right now, he's going to drop positions, see where he settles out. Right now, he's ninth.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm seeing at this point in time. Is he kind of keeps cycling back and forth here. So I'm now showing him up in the 7th position, 8th position. So we'll wait until everything kind of sorts itself out. So we'll head back up front here as Joe Yakes is going to take control of this race. Still, Eddie Smith not able to get back on the lead lap here as he is, I believe still, yep, he is the first truck, 1 lap down.
This has not been an Eddie Smith type race for sure.
It looks like the 01 of Mickey Isaac will get the wave around when we get the 1 to go, so he'll catch back up to the tail end of the field, but still remain on the lead lap here. Scott Rankin is going to be our 2nd place truck. Nate Moyer back in 3rd position. Jamie Mullins now up to 4th, and Trevor McManus is going to round out our top 5. Alex Cruz has moved up into 6th position at this point in time, so two Go Locker trucks up here in the top 10 right now. Ryan Pendleton is back in the 21st position. Watched him move his way up through the field there and then get tangled up, and just really hasn't been able to recover from that tonight.
That is, gets all settled out. Looks like we're going to have 13 trucks.
And Joe Yakes goes around the pace truck.
I'm not sure. Now I'm kind of confused. It seems like all the leaders are going around the pace truck.
All right. Well, we're waiting for something to happen. I'm with you, Jamie. I'm not 100% sure here what is happening. Well, hopefully they get everything sorted out here. But you hearing anything over the chatter, Jamie?
Yeah, let me see what I can do with this. I don't know. I don't know why they.
Well, some things are getting sorted out here. It looks like iRacing's having a little difficulty getting everybody in the proper position here. As we've seen some of our leaders get waved, and the green flag is out. We are back to racing, and Joe Yakes is going to be the leader of the race. With 2 laps left here to go, Scott Rankin is well behind as well. Probably the right thing to do at this point in time is to throw a caution and get this thing sorted back out because this got all kinds of garbled up. We need to get that caution out very soon here as we're coming up on the white flag. White flag is in the air. We're going to finish this race right now. Joe Yakes is going to be the leader of the race as it comes across. Scott Rankin back in 2nd position. Cody McElwain has moved himself up into 4th position, or 6th at this point in time. We'll see how things continue to sort out here. As Joe Yakes heads off into turns 3 and 4 one last time. He is going to see the checkered flag in the air, and Joe Yakes is going to be the winner of the Gambler 100 here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, I'm a little speechless right now. I don't understand. I don't know why we've got 3 people in the race that are supposed to be admins. Someone needed to throw the caution back out. not just run that race that way. And none of them did.
Hmm. Well, we'll get some things sorted out moving forward. But yeah, that really kind of jacked up the end of this race here. Some guys weren't able to catch up, weren't able to get squared away here. So an interesting end to it. But at the end of the day, Joe Yakes is going to win the race here tonight. Scott Rankin's going to finish in second. Nate Warrior back in third. Trevor McManus is going to finish in the fourth position, and rounded out the top five is going to be Cody McElwain. As Joe Yakes is burning them down at this point in time. Celebrating the win here tonight. A hard-fought win as he qualified in that second position, fell back there a little bit, was able to work his way back up through the field and bring home the win here tonight. And I'm going to say one of the most interesting finishes I've ever seen. Not sure why the entire field got waved around the pace truck, and then it went green, and just some really, really interesting things that happened there at the end. And unfortunately, weren't able to get a caution thrown to get it gathered back up. So the race finishes, but a hard-fought one by Joe Yakes no matter what. All righty. Well, Joe Yakes has got that truck parked on the front straightaway for us, looking good. We'll just grab him up into the booth and have a chat with our race winner. Hey, Joe, it's Pat and JB up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. How are you guys doing?
Well, not nearly as good as you, man. I mean, you just won at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, and it's fitting that I got a lot of luck tonight.
That is true, man. The luck of Vegas was with you here tonight, man. But I mean, a hard fought win. Saw you move up through the field there at the start, kind of drop back a little bit. A lot of pit strategy came into play, green flag stops, all kinds of different things came into play here tonight. So, Joe, take us through your race here tonight and how you brought home that 87 truck home with the win.
Well, we started off the race. I was just trying to save some tires because I knew that was going to be a big factor tonight with only having two sets and needing to make three stops. And then we made that first green flag stop, and I opted for fuel only on the hopes that, if we went green all the way, I'd have an extra set of tires for the really short stint at the end. And what that allowed me to do is leapfrog the 2 liters, and then that caution came out right away, and that's where my luck started. And then we got the lucky dog, so I was able to slap tires on and get into the same cycle as my team, and we were just going, and I was able to save an extra lap because coming in topping off there, and we were stretching out the fuel, and then that last caution came out for that long run, and I'm like, I got to make a green flag stop here. I got to take the tires and just go as hard as I can and splash and go and see how it plays out. I think it would have been really exciting had we gone out there, and then I don't know what happened on that final yellow, but it just left me out there with nobody to race for the win.
Hey, Joe, man, congratulations on pulling off the win here tonight. So what's your thoughts on all this strategy coming into play? Did we give you guys what you asked for?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I was a little nervous going into this race because the fuel strategy kind of bit me last season in the season opener. I just didn't have the fuel down because it was my first time really racing with the fuel. And after having a full season, I was able to come into this race with a game plan, wondering when those cautions were going to come to kind of jumble everything up. And I thought it was really, really fun.
Outstanding, man. It was fun to watch. Definitely a very good rebound from last week at Bristol. We all know what that was. So much better race here tonight. Good job by everybody in the field. Congrats for winning it. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Yeah, obviously, Indy Autosport, our team, and our sponsors, Martin Sports, Lunatic, Sim Racer Coin, and of course, my wonderful streaming platform, Glimish. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. It's an awesome community-driven FTL streaming service, and I'm happy to put them on my car and spread the word.
Awesome, Joe. Well, man, good to see you bring that truck home in victory lane. It was an awesome race to watch. I'm glad you guys had a lot of fun, man. So get out there and celebrate with your team, and I guarantee we'll be talking to you soon, Joe.
I sure will. Thank you. Have a great night.
Yeah, good to see him bring home the win, though. It was a crazy restart there at the end, but Joe's been a great supporter of us and a great representative of the Goat Locker Racing Series. As I'm choking up for some reason. Not sure what was happening there.
Getting emotional.
I'm probably just getting emotional because now I got to talk to freaking Scott Rankin. All right, Scott, go ahead. I mean, what do you got to say? Yep. Why do we do this to ourselves, Jamie?
Oh my goodness.
Why do we do this?
Oh.
Good news, the hat showed up.
Fantastic news. Now, Scott, which head is it on? Oh, family show. Family show. Don't answer that question. Well, hey, Scott. I mean, congratulations. No, I'm cutting you off. Congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. A lot of back and forth all throughout the race. Guys falling back in the field, well, moving up through the field. A lot of strategy came into play. Green flag stops, but you were able to execute a lot of that really, really well and bring that 49 home with second place finish. So take us through your night.
Yeah, look, I mean, we planned to go different on the strategy. I think it was the second caution of the night, lap 15. I said to the guys, we're about, because I'm doing a lot of the strategy calling for our team, so I'm pretty much I'm basically, everyone will tell me what their details are throughout the team, and I'm calling the strategy. I'm looking for different windows, different ways that we can pull ourselves off. And the other thing is so that we're really operating as a team and meshing as a team. So what happened was we ended up with 2 cars up the front about lap 15. And 2 cars deep in the pack, and I said to the guys, look, if you're halfway through a fuel tank here, now's the time to come in under caution. If you're going to come in, now's the time. You're going to lose a little bit of track position, but that's going to put you at the back of the queue. That's a lot safer right now. Officials here have been real dodgy all week, to be perfectly honest, so I was a little bit worried about you either want to be up front or you want to be out back. That was the only 2 spots about it. So we pit lap 15, me and Jake, and then the caution come out just after green flag stops. We were planning for that caution to come out. Joe happened to be ahead of all the other lapped cars at the same time, and I turned to Jake and I said, "This is a dick move, man. Do you want to stay out?" And Jake went, "You're right, it's a dick move. Hell yeah, we're doing it." And that trapped the guys a lap down. I'm pretty sure Eddie's pretty pissed with me, but like it's a strategy call. Like if you're gonna win a race and you're gonna win a league, you have to make calls like this. They're gonna piss people off at some point, and it was. We eliminated half the field. Like anytime you get the option to eliminate half the field, you'd have to take that call. Like if I felt bad doing it, but you've got to make that call.
How could you not? I mean, yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
I feel really bad for Eddie.
Yeah, if I'm in that position, I'm doing the same thing. In the Cup Series, or nobody going to pass up an opportunity to put Kyle Larson a lap down and keep him there. So
it's
definitely,
it sucks, but yeah,
absolutely. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of it, but I guarantee you, if I'm in y'all's position, I'm doing the same thing. So enough of that. Beat that one down. So Scott, you guys asked us after season 1 to bring more strategy into this. The tires, fuels, all that stuff, maybe a little bit longer races. So how'd we do?
It's bang on because, to be perfectly honest, I'm coming into the race each week with about 5 different plans. And I'm looking for cautions, and I'm looking for critical lap numbers, and these bits and pieces. Like, I'm going to give away one tip for free right now. If you're at a half tank, very much think about pit stop. Anything less than that, and you're critical on fuel, that's how we're playing ourselves ahead. And the real benefit for us is that we've got so many cars. So what we're doing is we're splitting our strategy based upon track position, right? So ultimately, it's fantastic. I'm sitting here and I love these little mental numbers games. So this is very much what I'm after, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. The longer racing is providing better racing. Now we've gotten to some of the more open tracks. I'm really curious as to how Pocono is going to go next week too.
Well, I'm not looking forward to Pocono. Never do. I know Pat does. So hopefully you guys do just as well there as you did here. And look, last year's Pocono race, despite all the drama that occurred from it, was still a really damn good race. So
it was a classic.
Yeah, absolutely. All that being said, man, congratulations on a strong second place finish. I mean, 1-2 sweep there for Indy Autosports. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Yeah, I want to say a couple of big shout outs. I've had a lot of support from 24/7 Race Control. Lately, Jonathan and the team down there have had me in, and I'm getting paid to do some race control. So if there's anybody out there who actually wants to do some race controlling or look into that sort of stuff, please feel free to reach out to me. We're definitely looking for some more race controllers at this point in time. Additionally, thanks to you guys. Like, this hat is excellent. I don't know if you guys can see it. Give me a sec. but there's 2 signatures on the hat over there, and I freaking love that. That is a piece of memorabilia that I'm gonna treasure for many years to come. Big shout out as well. I locked up a Porsche Cup Championship last night. For anybody who knows the legacy Porsche Cup cars, how difficult they are to drive. So I've got a whole team that have been behind me over there from Redback Racing Team, all the Indy Autosports guys. I can't do it without them. We're talking to each other through the race. We're working together. What's going on in that locker room is we're just bouncing stuff off each other. We're bouncing ideas back and forth, and it's creating a really healthy environment where we're all learning every single time. Because I'll say something and I'll think it's the right strategy, and then Joe will say something and I'm like, oh, you know what, you're right. And each week we're just getting better and better because we're working together so much. So big shout out to Martin Sports, Lunatic Esports, all the sponsors are out there in the car, MBH Moto. Big shout out to Mike who brought those guys on board. Yeah, just the whole team, man. We've got this season. We've just got such a healthy environment. I can't say thank you enough. They're driving me forwards. They really are driving me forwards. So, do you mind if I sit in here so I can introduce Yakes? Because
No.
I want to say a P word to him.
We've already interviewed Jakes.
Oh, get him back in here.
No,
Ask
I'm
him
not
what he
doing
thinks about the track we do next week.
In about 3 seconds, I'm going to kick you out of here. So, I mean, but hey, man, I mean, congratulations.
See that.
No, I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to hear anything else. We're good, Scott.
You don't want to see me
Scott,
drinking from a shoe?
Scott.
I can drink from the shoe.
No, don't drink from the shoe. Don't do anything. It's a family show. Scott, we love you to death, man. You stop talking. Stop talking, Scott. Scott, we love you a lot, brother. We appreciate all the support as well. You've been running real strong in the series, man, and we appreciate all the love and support you bring along with it. Congratulations on finishing second here tonight, man, and we'll talk to you soon, brother.
See you, baby. See ya.
Whew.
All right. Now look, so I got to say here, I don't know if locker room behavior is different in Australia than it is here in the States, but bouncing anything off of each other in the locker room, that dog will not hunt. So
no.
I'm kind of confused there, but let's get Nathan Maurer up here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, man. We really got to move past that. Hey, Nate, it's Pat and JB up at the booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. We would have brought you up here a little bit sooner, but old Scott Rankin, he loves to hear himself talk. So, but hey, man, strong run out of you here tonight in that Simbox entry. Saw you up front battling quite a few different times. A lot of strategy came into play tonight. So, take us through your race and how you brought that 971 home with a podium finish.
Well, with the tire limits, and this is a great league. Don't take wrong what I'm about to say. It's not about being the fastest in this league. I'm coming to figure that out with the limited tire sets that you have. So it's all about the strategy. Heck, the first 50 laps of the race, I was still trying to figure out what I was gonna do just so that I could have fresher tires towards the end. And I didn't really try doing anything. I just kept on pitting and not taking tires. And then when I seen Trevor take tires, I kind of tried following what he does because he always seems to be up front. And I seen him take tires. I'm like, okay, we still got one more set than him. And then there I had like a 3-second lead over Yakes there with like 15, 20 laps to go. I was like, all right, things are going to work out right. I still have a set left. I want to pit. With enough laps left to take tires there to make up for the time with him not taking. I'm guessing Yakes wasn't going to take tires on his last pit stop. And I pitted. I caught up to him, and he pitted, and then the caution came out. And then unfortunately, the wave around cars didn't know to go, or I don't know what was going on up front, so we didn't get called back up with the field to where we're supposed to grid. But we still finished P3. I felt like I had a really good chance at winning tonight, so I'm kind of bummed out. But great racing with the guys up front, good clean racing. It was actually a fun strategic race tonight.
Yeah, Nathan. I mean, look, definitely no offense taken. You hit the nail right on the head. What this is about here, and it is really all about the race strategy. Put that out at the beginning. That's what these guys asked for at the end of season 1, was that they wanted to have to make more decisions with tires, with fuel, things like that. And, typically our races are pretty clean, with Bristol being an outlier there. So it definitely leads to, multiple multiple strategies going on throughout the field. I mean, we saw some guys trying to stretch it, some guys just, making the extra stop and letting it rip. So that's definitely what we intended. So how do you feel, I mean, about the strategy, having to make the strategy?
There towards the end when I knew I felt like, I don't know, what's his Rankin thought he was going to win if it went green. I don't really know where he was. Maybe he was P3. I'm not sure where he was. I felt like I think I had like a 4 or 5 second lead over him. So I felt like I was, even if I would have took tires, I think I still would have came out. I would have caught up to him by the end of the race. I felt like I did the right strategy there, and that last caution just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm more upset that caution came out, or I didn't get gridded back up there at the end with everybody there. But a great race to Rankin. I mean, I think, didn't Rankin start towards the back tonight, or Rank, or whatever? I forget what his last. I'm new in here.
Yeah, he started 28th, but just to let everybody know, had that race gone green, Cody McElwain had that race won.
Okay, I don't really know. I don't have anybody talking to me during the race. I'm just.
Oh yeah, sure, for sure. Yeah, Cody had a 10-second lead on Scott Rankin, and once he knew he could make it the rest of the way, we saw his lap times shoot up dramatically. He went from running 33-second laps to running sub 32-second laps inside the last 10 laps. So Scott Rankin was not going to be able to catch him with the laps that were remaining. Cody McElwain would have won the race had it gone green. So again, man, congratulations on a strong finish here tonight. Definitely, you guys put on a great show. It was fun to watch. It was exciting. A lot of drama. Handful of cautions, but I mean, look, putting 30+ trucks out there on the track.
4 cautions ain't bad in 100 laps. I was in other leagues that were a lot worse than that. I don't think that was bad at all.
Yeah, absolutely not. So, congratulations to you for such a strong run. Anybody you want to thank? Shout out sponsors.
You guys sent me a free hat for something in the recruitment race. I wear it.
You won it.
Technically no. The guy that won already won once. He was nice enough to hand it back to the second place finisher.
That's right.
But you guys for broadcasting this. I'll be watching the broadcast tomorrow morning. My old man, my dad, he always tunes in and watches. I know he's watching right now. Probably a little upset with what happened with me not coming home with the win tonight. Oh well, it happens. And my sponsor, though, all over my truck, and also the 977 Simbox. If you need a button box, hit up Simbox PC on Facebook. He's the man for the button boxes, and he helps me along with all my iRacing stuff. Great guy, Doug Neal is.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight, and we'll be talking to you again soon.
All right, guys. You have a good week.
You too.
All right, you too, man.
Why does it seem like those were the longest interviews ever, Jamie?
Yeah, well, I probably didn't help that at all, but that's okay. I'll revert back to my normal stances. I have a microphone, and you will listen to every damn word I have to say.
That's true. I mean, I don't even have a choice. So we're all just kind of stuck at this point in time. So the results are up here, and again, congratulations to Joe Yakes and that 87 truck on the win here tonight. Scott Rankin finished in second. Nate Moore, who we just wrapped up the interview with, rounded out our podium again tonight. As I'm looking at these final standings, well, they're all mixed up again, Jamie. I'm not sure now. I'm showing Cody McElwain back in 9th position, and Alex Cruz finishing up at 6th.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing. That's how it was. Yep.
All right, and then rounding out the trucks on the lead lap is going to be Mickey Isaac back in 13th position. And so we had some comers and some goers throughout the race here. Big shout out to Greg Sherman finishing in 11th position, so a great run for him here tonight.
So close to that top 10. He was up in the top 10 for, much of the latter part of that race. Unfortunately, just didn't squeeze in there, but man, proud of that run right there for Greg.
Yeah, Eddie Smith finishes a lap down back there in 14th position. Ryan Pendleton, 2 laps down, back in 20th position. So we had some guys with some good nights and some guys with some bad nights there. And Jacob Ellingson ends up falling all the way back to 29th. Jonah Colbert with a surprise 9 laps down back in 32nd position. So some good runs throughout the night. Some guys had some struggles, but at the end of the day, that was a damn good race. 34 trucks here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 2 sets of green flag stops. I challenge anybody to go out to any other league and find the quality of drivers that we have here, and the quality of fans and support that we have as well. So if you got something better than what we're doing over here, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Super proud of the job everybody did. I'm still I'm not happy with how the race ended. I'm not trying to take anything away from Joe. Joe won the race. He was probably going to win the race regardless of if it got fixed or not. But we should have had a caution there to get that field sorted back out so that we actually raced for the finish, not with what we had. I am disappointed that the caution wasn't thrown. I'm not sure. I was on race comms and told someone to throw the caution, and it didn't happen. So we need to get to the bottom of that and figure out what happened there and get that fixed. And we got some other things administratively we need to get fixed going forward. But proud of the race that we had here tonight. Can't speak enough about the job that everybody did. It was great racing, a lot of competitive racing, and it came down to strategy. And Scott beat it to death, but the Indy Auto Sports guys worked the strategy to perfection tonight.
Yep, as we look forward to the next coming weeks up here, on September 30th, we'll be at Pocono. Get the schedule up here, but on October the 7th, we'll be at Talladega, and then we'll take our first break of the season there and be back on October 21st at Kentucky Speedway. So a lot of great racing still here to come here in the season. A lot of great racing left here for the remainder of the week here. Again, we got the doubleheader tomorrow night. Goat Locker Extreme Xfinity Series kicks off its third season tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll turn right back around at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and be with the Flexible Freight Solutions ARCA Series. We will be back behind the wheel of the Rebels trucks on Sunday night, so be sure to tune in. Be sure to please keep an eye out on our social media platforms as we ramp up for this fundraiser for Veterans 48. And again, thank you to everybody that tunes into the Goat Locker Racing Network. Thank you to all the drivers that come out and help support us. We're getting ready to do a lot of amazing things to help some veteran organizations out. So we'll sign off from now from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we'll see you all tomorrow night.